name is Tab the Barber and welcome to my channel. If you like fashion, beauty, travel, and lifestyle content, then you're in the right place. Thanks so much for hanging out. This week, I'm taking you along with me on week 2 and week 3 of my 30-day nutrition challenge. If you have not seen week 1, please check it out. That's where I go over all the details of how I got started with Discover Her Fitness and the 30-day New Year nutrition challenge. Happy Black History Month. So excited to be celebrating Black history and culture this month, and excited to take you along with me into my kitchen. So let's just jump into the video. Tonight I'm making air fryer tilapia. You can see that there. Air fryer tilapia with sauteed cabbage and sweet potato fries. Really excited to try a healthier, I guess lower calorie spin on some of my favorite Southern food. I had my 1 week reflection with Brittany, and some of the things that we reflected on were some of the days I wasn't eating my total 1900 calories target during the day. And I just really reflected on just feeling really busy this week, and then just like jumping into work and not really having a plan for what I'm eating for breakfast and lunch. So I'm gonna be looking at how can I build in more of a plan this week so I have something just that's ready to go to eat. And I'm also noticing that like days like the weekend, like today, I ate like a late breakfast and then I'm gonna eat dinner. Didn't really eat lunch today. Like some days I just eat 2 meals, and I think that that's okay. So just really just trying to be like more intuitive and just like following my flow, and just like figuring out a flow that's right for me. Part of this challenge is like you can eat whatever you want. You just have to like report it, and there's like a suggested meal plan. Last night was me and my partner's date night, and we had babies, and we had babies for the first time, and it was so good. It was not in my meal plan, but I'm very glad that I ate it because the strut burger and the Tilapia fries were so delicious. At this point, we have seasoned and coated the fish with rice flour. I really like rice flour. I think it leaves a very nice crispy coating on the outside of things that want to be air fried. Sometimes I find like flour kind of leaves things kind of chalky. Yeah, and then I was sure to like shake off the excess coating. I'll probably shake off some additional coating, and then I'm gonna spray the fillets with the olive oil cooking spray, which is honestly really essential for cooking anything in the air fryer. Let's see if it'll focus on it. You can get it at Aldi for like $2, $1, something like that. All right. So in the spirit of planning ahead, we've decided that we're going to eat shrimp curry tomorrow for dinner. So Scott went ahead and prepped all of our veggies. We took the shrimp out to thaw. We have brown rice already cooked and frozen in the freezer, and sorry, the air fryer is going with the sweet potato fries. Having brown rice in the freezer is a really good tip for making fried rice, because you want to use older rice, but also using the cold rice takes away some of the water that makes your fried rice a little drier and a little crispier. So we're actually going to rehydrate some mushrooms for the shrimp curry tomorrow, and we'll show you all that. Hey y'all, what's up? I am back in the kitchen, and we're making sort of a Thai curry. So we've got some coconut milk here. Hopefully you all can see that. Coconut milk here to go into our shrimp curry, and then we have this yellow curry paste here. Hopefully that focuses in on that. Alright everyone, so to make our Thai coconut curry, we have our mirepoix, which is celery, onions, and carrots. We are sauteing those over medium-high heat with vegetable oil and a little bit of sesame oil, and we've added in our Thai pho cube to give us those additional flavors. After we have sauteed these items together, we are going to add in our shrimp straight from frozen. We added in our shrimp straight from frozen with the shell and the tail on. And then after we have incorporated our shrimp, give it a good stir around, we're going to add in our yellow curry. And I added in about 2 tablespoons of curry into this Thai coconut curry. And then just sort of incorporate all those flavors, continuously stirring. And then you can see here we have our mushrooms. They are rehydrated and ready to go into our pot. So we're going to add them into the stock pot along with our coconut milk and about 12 ounces of water to just begin building the broth sort of liquid base into our stock pot. We've added our coconut milk, we've added our water, we brought our pot up to a boil, and then we are finishing with some citrus flavors, our lime here. And so there you have it, folks. This is our Thai coconut curry. We are serving it on a bed of brown rice, and we're ready to eat. Hey friends, so it is Tuesday. I'm in work from home mode. I have the privilege to work from home, which I'm really grateful for. So taking a pause to enjoy lunch, turn off my laptop, be present. I'm going to show you all a quick peek of my food. There we go. There's my shrimp curry. So ready for lunch. So I was reflecting last night how it's just been really fun cooking on video, and I was curious to know, do you like seeing this type of content? Do you like following along with my day-to-day? What am I eating? What am I making? Let me know in the comment box below. What do you like? What are some of your favorite meals to make or eat? And what would you like to see me cook on my channel? Hey friends, I'm going to show you quickly how I make my smoothie. I am using a large glass To blend my smoothie, I'm adding in my acai berry smoothie packs ordered online from Whole Foods. So it's acai berry, antioxidants. I am going to add in about a half cup of frozen blueberries, just what I had left, to make this smoothie experiment. I'm new to the smoothie game, so I'm adding in some orange juice. I typically like adding in orange juice so I don't have to add any additional sweeteners like sugar or anything like that. It just gives me my liquid and it sweetens up my smoothie. And so next I'm going to add in some Greek yogurt. And I add in about a cup, 8 ounces of Greek yogurt. It just helps me build in my protein and gives my smoothie like a good creamy finish. And then I take my hand immersion blender from Hamilton Beach and just about 2 to 3 minutes, just blend everything up. And so my smoothie packet was slightly thawed, so that helps me move everything around. And my blueberries, of course, were frozen. And I actually really think that this smoothie turned out really great. I've done a lot of smoothie experiments. I'm new to the smoothie game, and I would say that this acai berry pack is worth getting. Alrighty friends, welcome back to my kitchen. I am making turkey stuffed bell peppers based on Tenoria's recipe from Tenoria's Table. As you see here, I have onions, carrots, bell pepper, and jalapeno sauteing in my pan on medium-high heat. Next, I'm going to add my ground turkey and begin to season everything up. Salt, pepper. Tenoria has this amazing suggestion for smoked paprika, and it just sends the flavor to a whole nother level. I don't follow Tenoria's recipe to a T, but I will have it linked down below so you all can check it out. So here you can see I have all my flavors incorporating into my ground turkey. I am also going to add black beans and canned tomatoes into the mix, and I'm going to continue to taste everything as I go, add more seasoning as needed as I begin to build up my mixture. And so as you can see here, I've made enough for 8 bell peppers because I'm doing my best to meal prep in advance, and when something's a hit, and I knew this was going to be a hit, just go ahead and make enough for 2 meals. And so next I prepped my bell peppers. I cut them in half. I cleaned out the seeds and everything on the inside, and I sprayed my pan and the peppers down with the olive oil. And so as you can see, I have 2 pans here. I sprayed my bell peppers and then season them on the inside with vegeta. If you have not had vegeta, I highly recommend it. I'll link it down below. And so I went ahead and I stuffed my bell pepper. This whole time I had my oven preheated to 375. I'm going to let these bell peppers cook in the oven for about 20 minutes on 375. I also added cheese on top. And there you have it, folks, our ground turkey stuffed bell pepper. Thank you so much for coming along with me and cooking with me this past 2 weeks. If you like this lifestyle content, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my channel by hitting that red button and the notification bell. Well, see you in the next couple weeks for another video. Bye.